Oh man, am I ever excited to share something very special with all of you. January 10th, 2024, just a few months ago, man, I was in my studio, middle of the night, and suddenly I was just overwhelmingly inspired to make my own album. I don't know where it came from. It was just like a ton of bricks. It hit me so hard and so fast that I realized it's time to make a Ken Hiwatt Marshall record. So, yeah, available today, as in starting now. When I sat down to start that album, I had no idea how long it would take me, but 4 months later, oh yeah, it was done. What I experienced as a producer and as a songwriter over those next 4 months was something that I have never experienced before. And quite frankly, I'm not sure that I could pull this album off again. Some of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I had this intention, this great intention of suddenly making something real and for myself. And it was like the universe opened up in a way that I have never experienced before. I've read about stories of people making music and writing books or whatever, some kind of creative activity that they get up to, and suddenly they're overwhelmed and inspired and things just start flowing and happening almost out of their control. Well, this album, it's like the thing has been sitting in waiting for the last 35 years. It was like I couldn't go wrong. Every time I went to add a new sample or a part, it was just like, boom, first time I would lay it in and it would just work. I knew that I needed to put my own proprietary sample library to work in a really big way and make a record that would make an impact. And oh man, I believe I've done that. This is something that I'm so proud to make as an offering. It's called GNARLETRON. Of course, it's called GNARLETRON. Man, I've had that domain and that word locked down for so many decades. It's just part of my core. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Little, GNARLETRON. So I found a platform that allows me to deliver to all of you a nice, concise zip file. It's going to contain all of my masters here from the studio, 48 kilohertz, 24-bit WAV files. You can go ahead and make your own conversions of whatever you need to get them onto your devices or however you want to go. For most of you, I think you're going to want to hear this in full bandwidth. Yeah, there was no way that I was going to make any kind of sacrifice to the sound of this album. This thing is a sonic masterpiece and something that I'm so proud of. Oh yeah, please, and I mean please, share the link with a friend or a colleague. Pass it on. Let's distribute my record the right way through a bunch of awesome individuals that have an interest in music. Every one of you has a small circle. It just might open the doors, and I promise that you will not be disappointed with buying this record. So thank you for sitting in today, and please support Hiwatt. Buy my record now. But more importantly, share the link with someone who's also going to buy that record. Let's distribute it. Let's get it out there. Thanks for sitting in.